Hi, and welcome to Real Life with Jenny. My name's Jenny Senapataratna. Grab your favorite drink and a snack, and we will get started. Today, I'm drinking water, and I have no snack, so I'm not feeling very prepared, but here we go. Let's get real. So, I talked about back in December, January, sometime like that, I talked about the no's of life. I felt like it was, for me, a really good podcast. Because it's one I've gone back to several times. So every year, I pray that God gives me a word, and this year it was N-O, no. So I thought I'd talk a little bit about what's been happening in my life with all of the no going on. I had a good friend call me and say, when you talk about no, are you saying no, not now? Or no, never. And I've really been thinking a lot about that. It's up on my whiteboard in my little office area. Okay, we call it an office area. It's really a chair. That's okay. Is it no for now? Or is it no, this is a never. I'm never going to do this. So really, when you think about no, it has been a real challenge for me. So a year ago, I lost my big job at the school that I had been at for 15 years. Now, I haven't gone on to tell the rest of the story because I didn't know how it would end. So I was let go in March, and in the school that I work in, they tell you in March, and then they ask you to stay till the end of June. Yeah, that's how it works. And they say, we've let you go, but we want you to finish out the school year. So I got a call in June from my boss saying, we need you to stay and do a very small part of your former job. It was state reporting, not that anybody cares, but because it's really a very, very boring job, one of my least favorite parts of the job, but he would pay for insurance. That's all I would get. There was not a lot of take home. I think like total for the month, I got like $100 on top of insurance. But when you're taking a leap of faith already, I was like, we're already going to full-time pay. The ministry's going to pay us full-time for the first time, really in our entire marriage. And so this is a huge step already. Insurance on top of that was something I was super nervous about because I need insurance, especially at that time because my body was a wreck, right? Stress had destroyed everything. And so I saw the doctor a lot. And I don't want to lose my kidney specialist. I really need my kidney stone guy, to make sure that I don't get any more kidney stones. So I was like, insurance is important. So I said yes and took the very, very, very part-time, very limited amount of money. And when I took the job, I said, I just want to make sure that when I'm taking this job, I'm not going to have this happen again. Like, I don't want to go through this again every single year that I'm worried about my job and that I'm stressed about it. And, I don't want to go down that. Oh, no, you're doing us a huge favor. Absolutely come in. This is your job for as long as you want it. Yes, come on in, because it's a job that is a specialty trained job. And so there was a lot of training. I actually trained for 3 years before I was able to take it over from somebody else, because it's a really intense job. And there's a lot of minor details that nobody else cares about, but that one person. And I am a detailed person. So I, was like, let's do this. Well, guess what? In March, I got another email saying, oh, we have decided to hire somebody else. Remember last year we said one person doing your job was not practical, so we split your job up amongst 5 people. This year we're going to take your job and we're going to combine it into one person. We're going to take 3 jobs and make it into one person. So really, they just wanted to get rid of me, which is fine. Like, I was on the verge of like, should I stay? Should I go? But I was like, one more year of insurance. I'm going to do one more year. And I didn't get to do one more year. So I got this in March. And it was not the nicest email. Maybe it was nice. Maybe. I don't know. I didn't feel like it was super great. It's never good to be told no and that you're not wanted, right? That's never a fun day. No matter how you spin it, it's never a fun day. I kind of felt in my gut that it was coming because I'd prayed a lot about it. And so I was emotionally probably more prepared this year than I was last year. And really, insurance is something that we can replace easier than the big job I had last year. So I then wrote an email about expectations. Like, if I'm staying till the end of June, let me make sure I understand the expectations that you have on me. Because last year I poured my heart into the people around me to make sure everybody knew all the knowledge that I knew as to my best of my ability. And I really tried to make sure I trained quite a few people. I had lots and lots of meetings, lots of Zoom meetings. I spent a lot of time leaving my job. Kind of like people do when they retire. I did that. I spent a lot of time making sure the transaction was smooth. So I wanted to make sure this year that was not the expectation. I'm no longer paid what I was paid last year. I'm paid insurance. Well, it was expected. And my knowledge was their property. And it was not the best interaction that I've had. And I ended up with lots of tears and lots of fear. To be very, 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 very honest, I said no. I cannot spend 3 months pouring my heart back into other people again and pouring all my knowledge into people in a job that no longer wants me. And my husband, who is much wiser than I am, said, Jenny, you need to say no. You need to step away, give them a date that you're done. And guess what? Today is my last day. Today is my last day after 16 years at the school I've been at. It's my last day. So it's a very bittersweet day for me. I'm really sad. Not necessarily because I haven't been part of the team for over a year. I haven't been on campus. Nobody really knows that I'm even around, to be completely fair. But it's sad because I enjoy working. I enjoy details. I enjoy fun things. So for me, I am learning to say no, right? And I have had lots of no's this year. And I think we all run into situations where we should say no and we don't, or someone says no to you and you take it personally and it hurts. And yes, losing my job again, oh my goodness, I can't believe I'm saying that, again, is another no. And God prepared me for it. God allowed me to see that the no was going to come and that this year was full of no's. And I've had many podcasts that say, no, you're not the right fit to be on our podcast. You're right. I'm not. That's okay. I've had many people that are like, no, I don't want to buy your book. No, you cannot have this piece of candy that's mine. Okay, that's only my daughter. No, I'm the one that tries to take it from her. Anyway. There are lots of no's. And so I'm really learning right now that no is okay, but it's frustrating. And it doesn't take away from the emotion of the no. I think that's what I thought. Like, I had this grandiose thought that I would be okay with the word no. Like, I would stop feeling rejected and I would, and yes, a little bit of the sting does go away after you have, if you're a door-to-door salesperson, which we really don't do much anymore in COVID. But when I was a little kid, my mom sold Avon. And so I got to go door to door, and everybody that took one of the Avon books from me, I got a penny per door. And I had lots of doors slammed in my face. But I knew that if I kept going, I would make money. Now, I never made a lot of money because it was a penny a book. But I got used to the word no. I got used to them saying, no, thank you, sweetie. Nobody ever slammed the door in my face because I was a cute little 6-year-old or 7-year-old. Maybe I was 10. I don't know. Who knows? I just remember that was so fun. And even though they didn't stay, want the thing, I still got to talk to people. And a lot of times they gave me candy. So no sometimes came with candy too. Oh, I must be in the mood for candy. Anyway, so right now in your life, I want you to look around and see, first of all, where you should be saying no. I said no for myself. I stood up and said, you know what? I'm not going down this roller coaster of emotions anymore. Yes, this is a huge leap for our family to try to find insurance now and figure out how to do this. And it was a huge leap before because we are a donation-centered ministry. And that's a huge part of what we do. But you know what? I have to believe that God's in control here, right? And so I had to say no for myself. So for the next 2 months, I am going to focus on Jenny. I'm going to focus on the things that, and that sounds really weird, but we just don't do that very often because I am so used to jumping into the next thing. I'm like, okay, yesterday I actually saw a job and I was like, ooh, should I apply for that job? That'd be amazing. No, I need to take time to figure out what will work for our family. It's going to be okay. I can take a couple months and see, okay, should I start on my next book? Should I spend more time on other people's podcasts? Should I do more speaking? What should I be doing? Should I get another job? Should I become a dog walker? Like, I need to figure out me. And so often in life, we just jump to the next thing, right? We go, okay, I need something right now. I remember when my mom and dad, and I know this is completely different, but when my mom and dad got divorced, my mom went to something called divorce care, and they talked a lot about what to do when you were newly divorced. And she had 3 young kids and what to do. And they talked a lot about when you should start dating again and when you shouldn't. You really need to make sure that you are healed. You need to give it time, and you also need to spend holidays with the person before you remarry them. You don't just need to jump into a new relationship because you're not always making wise choices after something traumatic. And not that losing this job is as traumatic as a divorce, but we do not give our self time to heal. What are you not giving yourself time for? What in your life right now are you not allowing to have the proper process? There are so many things in life that we just try to push through. When you have a young child, taking a shower is a chore. When you have 2 young children, taking a shower is almost impossible. Let's not even go beyond that. And we're so self-critical of where we are. We do not allow ourselves to not always do things perfectly. Today, I want you to focus on these 2 things. Right now, is it a no for right now? Which means I will eventually get to that cleaning, or I will eventually start that book, or I will eventually go out and go for coffee. But right now, it just doesn't work for me because there's so much going on. Or is it no forever? I am done with the former job forever. That is what I'm saying right now. Who knows? But no, that is my belief, right? So is it a no for right now, or is it no forever? I just want to say to you, and I'm going to say this really weird maybe, you need to take care of you. Are you taking care of you in the season that you're in? Are you saying no to the right things? Are you saying yes to the things that will help you in the current situation? Yes, we make decisions for our future, but sometimes you got to think about today. Sometimes you got to go, today I need a nap. If everybody in my family is going to be happy, I need a 15-minute quiet moment away from everybody else. Yesterday, I was having a really bad day, a really negative, everything in my head was just negative. And I was like, I am just a horrible person and I'm letting my family down and I cannot believe I'm doing this. What a failure I am. I mean, I could go on and on. And so I decided to go for a walk. And my daughter said, oh, I want to come with. And guess what this mean mama said? No, I need to go on this walk by myself because I am overwhelmed. I went on the walk and I just, Lord, I'm overwhelmed. And right now in your life, you may be overwhelmed. What do you need to say no to? What do you need to say yes to that is about you and taking care of yourself? I have said no to a job that has been not the best situation for me, but good for me financially for years and years. And finally, today I am free and I'm believing that God is my provider. And what in your life do you need to believe that God's got a bigger plan? Well, that's all I have for today. You can find us on Facebook and Instagram at Real Life with Jenny, or you can find us at christconnection.cc/Jen. All of my information's there. You can also find my book on Amazon. It's called The Unnamed Zookeeper. Like and review if you would. That would be fabulous. I've never asked you to do that before, so that's kind of fun. You can like and review and share this with a friend who needs to know how important they are, and the word no is okay. Have a great week.